Askia Toure. He's sitting on the front row. Askia Toure is a renowned poet. He is one of the founders of the Black Arts Movement in the 1960s. He has published extensively, particularly his poetry. And we are very pleased to have him in Boston because he has international reputation and international respect. So the fact that he agreed to be in Boston with us and to come with us this evening to put us in touch with our ancestors who are with us now and who looks over us and protects us. Baba Askia Toure.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here and to see your youthful, smiling faces and reflecting both diversity and an activist attitude towards developing the human rights aspect of our situation, our sojourn in this country. And don't get it twisted, this is all part of the human rights struggle. Throughout the entire country, there's a move to cut out these ethnic studies of the various peoples. And when that happens, then you only hear one voice of one particular ethnic group. And it does not reflect the reality in this country where you have a broad voice of multi-ethnic, multicultural society. When you struggle for human rights, you stand in the footsteps of those who preceded you. The struggle for multi-ethnic, multicultural studies is part of the broad struggle for human rights. When you struggle and you wage this kind of struggle, you are literally standing in the footsteps of your ancestors, all those great generations of people who took us forward in the times that they graced the earth with their presence. I find this somewhat interesting, though painful, that in your time you are having to struggle and open doors which have become closed to you as this country shifts more and more to the right. I think we would be naive to think that if they were not hunting our young people in the streets and taking their lives all over the country, that eventually this mentality, this predator, this colonialist mentality would also spread to the universities. Just remember what happened in Western Europe, the rise of Hitler and fascism, the Axis powers. It was my honor in the late 60s to be a part of the first Afro-American Studies program in this country at San Francisco State University. And interestingly enough, we originally didn't start on campus. We started in the communities. And before that period, or in the earlier part of that period, we were in the South, starting the Freedom School movement and expanding from the rural South into the urban areas, the urban North, East and West and Midwest. And so the students raised proper sand and so forth and took active struggles. And we came from the community, bringing the community with us onto the campus at San Francisco State. One of the great educators and activists at that time was Dr. Nathan Hare, the author and sociologist, and also someone whom you will know and revere, our great sister, poet, Professor Sonia Sanchez, and our good brother, the late now, internationally renowned writer, Amiri Baraka. We were all with the people of the community onto the campus to create Africana studies, Afro-American studies, as we can call by different names. One of the most outstanding, and this particularly alludes to you as students, because you never know where our students and our young people are going to end up in life. One of our outstanding student leaders and students, was a modest young man from the Oakland Bay Area who was a very diligent, hard worker, like many of you are, who saw the implications of how this could develop and transform and humanize and make the society more diverse and humane. And he worked very closely with Amiri Baraka, who developed a people's drama troupe. Sister Sonia taught him English and black literature, and I taught him African history. I think you will know this gentleman. He's known today internationally as the outstanding actor Danny Glover. So you don't know who comes from the ranks of our students, who will come. All of you are outstanding, and that's why it's so important that we struggle for our professors and our teachers and so forth. So by that process, we both spiritualize and humanize America. What you do when you fight for freedom, you stand in the footsteps of those who preceded you, who fought for freedom. And through the process of your linking up soul to soul with those ancestors, you become the embodiment, and they speak through you, through your voice. So nothing ever really truly dies. It transforms. So yes, this is educational. Yes, it's political. Yes, it's cultural. And also it is spiritual, because you are standing in the footsteps of those who fought and struggled through the decades, all the way back to the founding of this country and before. So do not take this lightly. And when they attack and attempt to eliminate your teachers and professors, your elders, the people who teach you the knowledge and embody the traditions, they are attacking your people, they are attacking your humanity, and they are attacking democracy and human rights in this country and in this world. So it's important to know that you are young lion cubs, and you're walking in the footsteps of lions. And the only thing, as I tell Professor Vandermeer and other, Professor Johnson, and other professors, the thing that hurts me so at this time, when we originally established this and tried to transform this insane mechanism around, we had hoped that we had built enough of a foundation for you to take things forward, and we're experiencing what many scholars are calling post-Reconstruction 2. Having to turn back around after all these years of so-called progress and to see the tides turn against us. And don't kid yourself, all over this country, they're moving against ethnic studies all over this country. So the tide is they're trying to turn back the clock again. So don't think that this is not important. It's very important that you stand firm, that you fight for your fighting. You're not only fighting for yourself and your humanity, but you're fighting for the children and the generations who follow. So I just hope that our ancestors bless us, that they stand with us continuously, that they inspire us and take us forward. And with those who's supposed to be humane, who's supposed to be in charge of education at the top levels, that they get the damn wax out of their ears and listen to the voice of the students and the people and the humanity coming from our countries, from our cities, from our neighborhoods, because that is the true voice of humanity and diversity in this country. So I'm honored to be here, and whatever you do, remember, luta continua, the struggle continues, and keep pushing harder, not only to Black Lives Matter, but Black and Ethnic Studies Matter. Thank you so much.